As I reflect on the 100th anniversary of the Honolulu Board of Realtors and serving as CEO, what comes to mind for me is the legacy of leadership. An organization like ours can't last for 100 years strong without committed volunteers stepping in year after year after year. I'd like you to listen to the stories of several of our leaders that span the very beginnings all the way through to the future leadership of HBR with our young professionals. I hope you enjoy this segment.
When I returned to Honolulu in 2016, after living and working on the mainland for almost 20 years, it gave me an opportunity to see how I could get involved in organized real estate. I was given the opportunity to become a member of the board of the Honolulu Board of Realtors, and I gladly accepted. We've had more change in the last 25 years than we've had in the last 75 years. And those changes have dramatically altered many of the things that we look at in the real estate business. So being able to sort of focus on how those pieces merge together, I think provides me a unique opportunity to give back and to mentor individuals within the industry. You know, when I first got into the business, I was fortunate that we had an MLS book. But people a year or two before I started were using index cards. I also remember using the first computers that the Honolulu Board of Realtors deployed, and these were black boxes. They really were black boxes with toggle switches, and you click the switch whether you wanted fee simple or leasehold, whether you wanted single family or condo, and you ran around sort of clicking these switches and hoped that you got the right piece to work. We've come a tremendous way since then. When I first started in the business, data was something that you got from a real estate agent. Today, data's everywhere. I just want to spend a couple of minutes and talk about this MLS book. It is a quintessential piece for the real estate industry. At a time when we controlled all the information, this was a visible piece of finding what was for sale. Now, one of the interesting things what this book has done is, for instance, most of us still have sales meetings on Tuesday. Why is that? Well, because the MLS books got delivered Monday night, and we knew then that all the agents would come in to pick up their MLS book, and we could then have a meeting at the same time. I periodically look at this book. This one happens to be from 1990, just to look to see what the prices of the properties are, what the descriptions of the properties were, and what they were selling for back in the 90s. It's a little sobering, but on the other hand, we are where we are today. And I'm fortunate that I did find this in our garage.
In 2015, I was tapped on the shoulder and asked if I would consider being the president of the Hawaii State CRS organization. And I enjoyed 2 years of being president of the Hawaii RRC chapter or organization in 2016 and 17, which then I got another tap on the shoulder by the Honolulu Board of Realtors, who said, hey, we would love for you to consider a nomination to be a board of director. And I easily said yes. Well, there are so many different people that have been inspirations to me, but Wendell Wong certainly was very impactful, not just to me, but so many other realtors in our community. He was an advocate for the community. He was a champion for education, and he loved the Certified Residential Specialist designation. Wendell was called our Mr. Aloha because it permeated from within on out. He was gentle and kind, and he was always very inclusive, such a loving man. Wendell said, if you want to be the best and work with the best, you must be a CRS. And that resonated so deeply within me. That quirky, kind of funny phrase has led me into becoming a strong volunteer with RRC, CRS, and being the national president in 2024.
YPN stands for Young Professionals Network, and the goals of YPN are mostly to get early career realtors into volunteer activities, to learn more about leadership opportunities, and we plan a lot of events, and the events are often focused on education, networking, community involvement, and raising the bar overall in the industry. I feel like I've had many mentors when it comes to my board involvement or with Honolulu Board of Realtors, especially the past positions such as Natalie Champion, Joshua Rita, Aaron Tanganon. Everybody has been so supportive and encouraging for me to get involved. I feel so honored to work with everybody at HBR and all of the volunteers that I've been on committees with over the years. I really commend Suzanne and HBR for creating an atmosphere where all of these people are so excited to volunteer and to mentor and to bring up the next generation of leadership. As a third-generation realtor, I think that the passion that I see in other leaders will really fuel collaboration and the continuation of raising the bar industry-wide.